All right, currently heading to Portland. Yeah.
What's the deal with all the speed racing? Fast life, fast girls, yeah. Fast money, fast cars, fast world. It's a black swirl spinning and it won't slow down. I can't live on a rocket, I'm way too grounded to ride with your mama told me live my life. Said that I don't need to rush it, I'ma be alright. And it's funny cause in high school, the view was like, if you don't rush to get ahead, you will lose this fight. How perfect, even our educators are turbocharged. Line them up, knock them out into some old job. I confront those odds with my own manner. Slow it down, walk it out, see the panorama. That's the life I lead, and I'm fine with it. I supply my needs and make a fine living, so you can miss me when you fly on past. And I'ma finish up at my pace and praise my tracks like, what do I got to lose?
What have I got to lose? Taking it all of you. Ain't got nothing to worry about. Cause I'm taking the scenic route, yeah. I'm taking the scenic route. I'm taking the scenic route, yeah. Ain't got nothing to worry about. Cause I'm taking the scenic route, yeah.
Yo, I'm out here in Portland, and today's topic, you guessed it, create tunnel vision. But before we jump into that, I got a really dope guest appearance that I'm here with in Portland. Just want to shout him out real quick. My boy Alex LightSpeed, you know what I'm saying? He throws a bunch of really crazy dope parties over at the Paris Theater, and you are the head of
Pulsar Productions? Yeah.
Sick. All right, well, yeah, we're going to get straight into it. Thank you guys for tuning in and kicking it with me today, and let's jump in. So for me, what I've experienced personally and with other artists is the lifestyle. I feel like the lifestyle of being an artist or a successful producer or a DJ is really distracting, and it can really re-divert us from the tunnel vision that we see. And so what I'm talking about is that there's a fine line between like partying or networking. So let's say that like you just got done playing somewhere and someone invites you to a party, right? So you want to go to the party to like network with the promoters or like some other artists that are there, but you don't really want to per se participate in the party. Like you can still be there and be involved and active, but you don't have to like participate in what's being done there. And a lot of people get sucked into that lifestyle afterwards, you know, like with the women, with the drinking, with the drugs, and it's really hard to like get out of that or disassociate yourself with it whenever you're in there in the environment. But afterwards, like if you're continuously doing it, like that's gonna re-divert you, put you off track to where you really want to be. Thoughts and opinions?
Well, you know, I think that you really need to be able to separate yourself from the lifestyle, and that's the key word, is like you are in control of it. You know, it's like you are making an active decision whenever you're participating. So if you are participating in something that is like kind of derivative of like your ultimate goal, you've decided beforehand analytically that, okay, that's something I'm willing to do, and I understand how distracting it might be.
Right.
But the overall goal is there, and I'm very focused, and I'm not letting it derail me from the ultimate path.
So like you're more or less doing it with purpose. Like there's a goal in mind to be participating in an environment where there's party favors or just like the lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like you got to go in there with the cause, not just for recreational, because like at some point, like it's really going to get a hold on you, and it can really like jeopardize your career more or less.
If you aren't able to take control of your situation, and you know that that's something that's difficult for you, then you have to give yourself more distance from those type of situations.
And those situations and those kind of people too. So if you know people that are in the scene, they're like doing coke all the time or just any kind of drug, you know, like you got to distance yourself away from that person, because that person's only going to drag you down. You know, and I speak personally, like I used to be really addicted to drugs, hard drugs, like a long time ago, but I've been clean for 7 years. Like I haven't even smoked weed or drank for 7 years, because I know those environments and those people are really not good for where I want to be as an artist. And if I was still participating, like I would not be where I am today, and even like where I am right now doing what I'm doing.
Of course,
you know?
Definitely. You know, if you take your 5 closest friends and you look at what they're doing and what their goals are and like how they're behaving, that even if somebody doesn't know you at all, that's a really good analysm where you can figure out who that person is probably. You know, it's very likely that they are similar to their 5 closest friends. So look at your friends. Look at who you surround yourself with. Are you surrounding yourself with people that are successful, or that are people that have a goal, people that are moving forward? Or are you surrounding yourself with people that party, getting all the time, like doing other kind of.
This is good stuff right here, man. Good stuff. So next topic, social media. Social media is a huge distraction, yet it's the best gift and curse at the same time. We use it nowadays excessively, especially for artists. We always have to be on there. We have to engage with our followers, our listeners, our viewers, and with other musicians, other artists, promotion, marketing, etc. It takes up so much time, but the fact that we're always on it all the time, it becomes very addictive. There's a study done that shows that whenever we receive a notification, it actually sends endorphins in our head. So that's our minor high, and it's very addictive. Like, we don't understand it, but the people who made Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, like, they programmed these media platforms to essentially be addictive, and that's why people are always glued to their phone. Doesn't matter what platform they are, they're on their phone looking down 80% of the day. So it's really hard, and you got to figure out the difference between when am I being too excessive on this platform and when am I like actually helping my career and where I want to be. Is this time that I'm spending on it being beneficial, or am I really just sitting here doing God knows what and wasting a bunch of time throughout the day? Because the thing is at the end of the day, like, your time is valuable. It's more valuable than money or any kind of currency. So yeah, thoughts and opinions.
Oh, definitely. Well, you know, you can do a really quick experiment to tell yourself if you are having problems with your social media addiction and if it's actually productive for you. If you just take your phone and you like leave it in a different room and like go and walk to the store, and if you feel like incessantly like you're like at a loss and you need to turn around and go back and get that phone, like, and it's happened to me. I like know that feeling, but you have to analyze that. You're like, maybe I'm doing this too much. Maybe this is actually hurting who I am, you know? You gotta be able to let go in order to be truly creative.
Yeah, and what it comes down to is self-awareness. It's really self-awareness. Like,
That's good.
You have to monitor what you're doing and how it's affecting you, because social media is freaking huge. We all want to get our numbers up. We're always addicted to logging in and like seeing like who followed us, who made a notification, who gave us a comment. So it's super addictive, but like, we have to be self and consciously aware of what we're doing on it and how it's affecting us. Because at the end of the day, dude, like, if we're spending most of our time looking down at a screen, we're spending half of the day not being productive, not being creative, not networking with a promoter over in Iowa or Chicago or Japan, wherever it is. Like, time is valuable, time is money, make the best of it. The next one, moderation. Everything in moderation. So moderation to me is like an umbrella term, but when we fit all the other categories underneath of it, like even if it's like hanging out with your boyfriend or your girlfriend too much, or going to the club too much, or you're partying too much, or you're spending most of your time playing RuneScape, whatever it is that like takes up a lot of your time, like you gotta cut it down.
You know, you just saying, oh, I'm not gonna do drugs, or I'm not gonna have sex, or I'm not gonna like I'm not going to do any of these things that are perceived as negative, is just a surface instruction. So once you break the ice of that surface instruction, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll do a little drugs, or maybe I'll have some sex with some girls, or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like, then you're in the ocean, and like, you don't know how to swim because nobody taught you. Nobody discussed what happens if you dip your feet in that water. So now you're drowning, and that's what's happening to everybody.
Yeah,
they're drowning because they were never taught anything about moderation. But here we are, we're telling you that like, you can control yourself, you can analyze your own behavior, and you can make yourself where you want to be. This is the tunnel, this is the focus, this is like the end goal. I'm not telling you can never do anything, and if you don't, you won't be a successful artist.
But it's all a matter of moderation. Like,
exactly.
You can do these things, like we all do. We're human. We can't sit here and tell you to do something that's realistically unachievable. Like, you can do all these things. You just have to do it all in moderation and monitor how much you're consuming and how much you're participating in these activities. So the next one is ride your own wave. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing but you know what I mean? Like, it's really discouraging when we see a lot of people being successful, or like what's working for them, or them doing a lot of shows, and you know, you or I aren't, so we seem like less successful in our own head. It could be a trait of like insecurity, but like, you're gonna experience it, and the thing is never mind that. Like, eyes on the prize, worry about where you're going, the success that you have, and don't compare your success to other people, because like, we're all successful in our own way, you know, and everybody's journey is different. I know people people who blow up super fast, and I know people who like takes like 5, 6, 7, 8 years to get to mid-tier level, and there's some artists that never make it at all. But all you gotta worry about is like what you're doing and how you're getting there, and nothing else matters, dude. Do not compare yourself ever, because that's the biggest downfall, I think. What do you think?
Well, you know, except that, you know, you will feel jealousy. Like you feel jealousy about your peers and about people that are doing something, getting it easier than you or getting it better than you. But the minute you can accept that that's a natural feeling, the jealousy is natural, but like, what are you doing about it? What are you doing to manage that? What are you doing to refocus yourself on your overall goal and understand that you don't need to feel that way? Because if you just deny that you're feeling that way, then you're gonna find that you become bitter. And we don't need to be bitter, because we're gonna be successful. It's just gonna take its own time.
Yeah, and that bitter energy is really going to deplete your energy, and then that's going to not allow you to manifest and create and be in the right receptive mode in order to like create this beautiful reality that anybody can create for themselves. You have to be in that right energy, like no negativity, like that bitterness, that envy, like sense of feeling, like it's so destructive, and it's very critical that you feel the opposite in order to achieve everything that you want to and more. So yeah, don't worry about anybody else, anything else. Ride your own wave. You is all that matters. Wow. Another thing too, to like help you keep your eyes on the prize and into tunnel vision, is at least what's helped me is manifestation. I know it sounds really spiritual and like I'm praying to the garden, but the laws of the universe, if you learn how to correspond with them and put your vibrations on a certain level to where you can create your reality, it's very possible. And the only way you can do that is by staying focused and learning how to create and how to become a powerful creator. Because the truth is, all of you guys that are watching this right now, you guys create in some way, type of form, either videography, photography, or you guys paint, or you guys are musicians, whatever it is. You guys are creators, and there's no limit to your creation except for what you limit yourself to.
Your manifestation is like is real, right? You're like, but it's not just a spiritual thought. It's a, like, I imagine where I want to be in my head, and then question, hey, how do I get there? And make a plan. And you might not follow that plan exactly, but if you have no plan, you're probably not getting there.
Yeah, and the plan is super critical too. Like for me, like I basically have it all on paper. If you have a whiteboard or even in your phone, like write down exactly what you think you need to do. Either hitting up promoters in other cities, either hitting up other artists that are aspiring and at your level of production and like following. Like you have to have a list in order to follow those guidelines, or else you're just going to be shooting in the dark every day when you wake up. You're just going to be taking an educated estimate at what you think you should do. Like you really need to write everything down on what you think you need to do, and then if something's not working, then erase it, scratch it out, and then replace it with something else. But overall, you need a blueprint. You need an A to Z on how you think you need to get to where you want to be, and then ask other artists that are where they are and be like, yo, what works for you? Like, were you collabing with other artists, or did you hit up this label, or did this YouTube channel help you out? Like, figure out what works for other people. Like, you only get as much out of it as you put into it. I live, breathe, and eat this, everything music industry related every day, either from the politics, the business side, the marketing side, the creating side. Like, I wake up and all I can think about is how can I better my future? What step is not working for me? What step worked for me really good yesterday? And like, how can I apply that today and then amplify that? So create a blueprint, because creating a blueprint is going to keep you in that tunnel. Yeah, and actually what we're doing right now, it's actually like a buy one, get one. We're actually out and about downtown Portland, and like I told some people to like hit me up if they want to come find me and get some free tickets, and like honestly it's been pretty receptive so far. I'm actually really impressed. So I think I'm gonna start doing this for every show that I go to. So just know to, if you know I'm in your city, just kind of keep up to date, because I will be walking around handing out tickets or whatever. Just gotta come find me. So yeah. All right, so to wrap things up, keep it short and simple. Focus on where you want to be and not where you are, and not anything else that isn't relevant to you personally and where you want to be and who you want to be and how you're going to get there. Just stay in line with the tunnel vision, and just always know that the light at the end of the tunnel is actually a lot closer than it appears. So never be discouraged on how far you are in your career, where you're at in the game. You will get there. Just keep your eyes on the prize. Nothing else matters. Ride your own wave and just have fun, dude. Have fun. Enjoy the ride. It doesn't matter how long the journey is. Enjoy every minute of it. And yeah, you'll get there, man. It'll be super fun. So signing off with my boy Alex LightSpeed. We got the show tomorrow in Portland. I'll be getting some footage of that as well. So yeah, if I'm in your city, in your town, hit me up, shoot me a message. Let's link up and let's kick it. So get out there, go be creative, and go make some art. Have fun.
It's crazy how it got this way, and how we find a definition in the spot we place. It's a long, hard walk you race, and when I see you at the end, I wanna talk about the heart I gave. My compassion, gripping to the road with a solid step, filling up my soul with the flood water that I've sweat. Not the best, and I won't be. I don't feel the need to see myself inside the shimmer of your trophy. Move on, you can miss me. I'ma move at my pace, take the opportunities it gives me. Cause once you hit the finish, there's never going back. So I'ma take it slow and see everything that it has. What do I got to lose?
What have I got to lose? Taking in all the views. Ain't got nothing to worry about. Cause I'm taking the scenic route, yeah. I'm taking the scenic route. I'm taking the scenic route, yeah. Ain't got nothing to worry about. Cause I'm taking the scenic route, yeah.
Cool your jets, man, and walk slow. Cool your jets, man, and walk slow.